Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Wake Forest Demon Deacons, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Hurricanes will put total under to crank us up. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Quickly out to the tight end. He gets it up to the 17 before being wrestled out of bounds. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Back to pass. Sends it downfield. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. How about that? Making a play and setting up your offense inside the 40 at the 39.
What a start by this defense. That is exactly what you need, man. They've been a little bit hit or miss. They've been a little bit up and down. But to start the game on a high note, get the good mojo going, great start for this defense.
Unloads to the wideout. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection. Let's take a minute and talk about Miami. At this point in the season, you're probably in if the playoff starts today, but it doesn't. A long way to go, and the margins will be extra thin from here on out.
No, because if the season ended today, you're basically right on the cusp outside of the top 5, so you need to keep winning. You need to keep the intensity up, playing with a sense of urgency. For the second half of the season, David, I think that's a massive key for this team.
Man, it's so hard with young kids, 17, 18, 19, 20 years old, to get them to continue to focus on the game in and game out. Not the rankings, not down the road. That'll be the challenge down the stretch.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. And the Canes have it with a 1st and 10. Power football with the run. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6.
You know, you better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, miss the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
They'll go up top on 2nd and short. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
This defense got a lot of people's attention last week when they had 3 sacks. And you know the offense was watching film, and they saw all these pass rushers and their abilities. They thought they had a good plan, but it's not working right now. They've already given up a sack here early in the game.
Tight end finds a soft spot, and they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
On a big 3rd down, love the discipline by the defense there. You got everybody with their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the football, showing good speed on D. Nice tackle. Love the team defense.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Looking for the goal line. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. Wants to go up top. Looking to scramble. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Miami! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
The great thing about spreading a defense out, I can see where the blitz is coming from. I can see where they're weak. I can see my matchups. Nice job by the offense, spreading them out, taking advantage of their matchup, and getting in for the score.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They covered half the field with a 50-yard touchdown drive. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Took a shot as he threw. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And you want to run the football. And that's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Quick completion to the right. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Great execution on the RPO, and the receiver had some time to find the soft spot in the zone and make himself open for the quarterback and make it a much easier pass. Great job.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Demon Deacons will call on their punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. And the offense is really backed up as this ball is down at the 5.
Really nice job there by the punter on that one, getting a lot of hang time and allowing the Gunners to get down the field so they could play it off the bounce, down it. Nice coffin corner kick.
Wants to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
And those are tough passes. When you start throwing those balls towards the sidelines, it's a longer throw for the quarterback to make. And I think that's when you see the majority of the misses for guys, the majority of the overthrows and a little bit of inaccuracy start to show itself.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Firing to the right, complete. Right to crease at the 20. Really nice gain. Gets it out across the 20. It'll be a first down at the 22.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast. He's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The Canes line up to punt it away.
It's been a tale of 2 drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow, allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up 1 first down, but really nice job there on that 3rd down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. Oh, he's got a chance. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. Now on 2nd down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Oh, he's got some space. And they'll move the chains, and a good way to wrap up the first quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats.
Miami, 7 equals 0.
So first down here as they go back to work. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Great timing on the slant. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. It's good. That'll bring him to within 4.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth. So much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
He'll bring it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They moved the chains. They marked it at the 29.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Line is set on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. He lets it fly. He's got it along the sideline. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Pucks it out of the air. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Got 5 wide out spread across the field on 2nd and 5. Wants to throw again. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Man, this offense, they gotta find something. They gotta get in a rhythm somehow. So far, no success, not protecting the quarterback. Really, the only good thing I can say so far is they haven't turned the football over.
Pressure coming. And the defense gets loose, bringing the Heat. Down he goes again.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the 2nd quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger because it's obvious. This offensive line, they cannot hold up, and they cannot get it done.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense. Getting the sack, getting the fumble.
A huge opportunity, guys, for this offense to take over after the fumble recovery. Trying to get it in. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Hurricane.
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field. And you're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be knocked down. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Using his legs, it's Crosby. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do there.
Fires to the tight end. Turning it on. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Punt is on its way. Wants to return it. Slips through the line. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Makes a connection. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Now on first down from the 28. Looking to throw on first down. That's reeled in. It's Hurtado.
And you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
And the Canes can really attack on this second and short. Catch in the middle. It's Hurtado. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Inside the 15, first and 10 from the 14. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he...
And he'll hold it and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Canes! They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
Man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
And the returner runs out of real. As he goes down. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Makes the grab. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Got him downfield. There he goes. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a first and 10. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can. Air on it and throw it outside of the guy, but tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
Fires to the big fella. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Under fire. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go. So they are denied a touchdown on this drive, but they'll try to put up a 3 spot before the break. Didn't make them sweat it all. It's good. That'll trim the deficit to 15. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the middle. Complete downfield. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Boys, you never quite know what to expect there on South Beach, and we've had a lively first half.
Up and ready to kick off this second half. And he's not going to take the touchback. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right. That pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different-looking football game.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Grab near the marker. It's Tompkins. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. The Hurricanes have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Shoots it to the left. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
Quick pass on the fly motion. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
It'll be 3rd and long. He's got the back in the middle. Breaks into the open. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move. And the Hurricanes are moving quickly down the field.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Flushed out of the pocket. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys, and he's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed, he's got power. You just simply can't block him, and that last play is his 10th sack of the season.
They've converted twice on 4th down so far. Will they make it 3? This quarterback part of their running game will not get there. A 4th down stop. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. Wants to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Harmon. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The Demon Deacons come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. The give to the back. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Coming out on first down with the play fake. With the catch, it's Harmon. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the big fella. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Demon Deacons can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. From the gun, the give, looking for room. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly to the tight end. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. The Demon Deacons have pushed it inside the 20. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Here's a heat. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Big loss on the last play threatens to knock this drive off course. It's 2nd and 16. Wants to go up top. Zings it complete to the right.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
And what a great moment for that young man right there. That's his first career interception in college football. He's a guy that's worked so hard. He wanted to make an impact for his defense this year and comes up with a massive play right there.
Makes the grab alongside. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. You get a guy who can do that on the outside, and is sort of in the DNA of Miami's program.
Yeah, just speed. Those are guys that put fear in you. Those are the track stars. The Sunshine State produces so many of them. Those guys can absolutely fly.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. To throw, it's Cortez. Swings it out to the flat. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. And the Canes moving quickly to the line. Finds a little space. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Might be calling a hot route. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Right on the money. Oh, he's got some space. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. The Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. Makes the catch. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Going for 6. And the pass is incomplete as the final play of the 3rd quarter. 4th quarter is coming. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding onto the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Looks as if he's going to run it. Touchdown, Miami! And the pummeling has started. With that last score, things comfortable here in the fourth as they are headed to a 7-1 record.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
On the move from inside is 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Wants to throw it. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch, converts on fourth down, and still on his feet. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to... Six. And the Demon Deacons are marching down the field. Leaves it with the running back. Turning it on. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Wake Forest. They want to see if they can score the deuce.
And this is why you consistently run the football. A steady diet because you can break the long touchdown runs. Nice job breaking through the line of scrimmage, outrunning the rest, getting in for the long touchdown.
If they're going to pull off this big rally, they'll need to get this one back. They line up for the onside kick.
And that is why they're called the Handstein people on onside kicks. Great job jumping on that ball.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like...
He unleashes a long one. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. And I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. They're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's why you're still seeing them throw it vertically downfield.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And it's going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs. Looking for space. It's Crosby. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down. The Demon Deacons racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. With the catch, it's Harmon. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. Out of the gun, the inside give. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
As a defender, you love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you get the big hit and force the fumble.
Back to pass, it's Cortez. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. And the Canes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Quick strike complete. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. Looking downfield on 1st down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. What will they dial up on 2nd, and a long way to go. Back to pass. Just a short pass to the tight end. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the 4th quarter with the big lead, he's still taking shots.
Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Hurricanes trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Hurricanes! And the punishment has been extended. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
We've been talking about this Big 12 showdown all week, guys. Let's show you how things played out. TCU looked less like a pack of frogs and more like a group of road warriors in a solid victory. This team almost always plays tough in front of its home fans, and today they found a way outside of Carter Stadium. This game may or may not impact the college football playoff, fellas, but it's bound to shake things up in the Big 12 standings.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to give him a little bit more time to make some damage down the field. But look at this. Here they go. No huddle, back on the line, make the defense communicate. Maybe you can catch him sleeping.
That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film.
Makes a catch, 1st down, and maybe a lot more. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. Gonna look downfield again. On target. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Lets it fly deep downfield. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, he has to throw for it. And the defense got him at the 27. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Throws toward the end zone. And that is interception number 3 on the day. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. To the air on first down. Fires left. Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe. First down. He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field. They'll back him up with a holding penalty this time. They've spent most of the day backing them up with sacks anyway. To the air, it's Cortez. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. Dealing with a 2nd and 10 from the 20. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. Pulls it in down the middle. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. And the Hurricanes want to crank the tempo. The offense changing the play. Pocket breaking down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know a lot's went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
And the Canes are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They're going to try to throw for it on third down. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
And the defense gets the big third down stop, creates some momentum. Hey, I don't know if they're going to go for it on fourth down, but the defense is continuing to fight, continuing to hustle, continue to fly around. These are positive signs from a group that you know needs to continue to grow, needs to continue to build, needs to continue to get better.
He's got it in more than enough for a first down. Timeout called by the offense, 24 seconds left on the clock. The Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Over the middle, it's Madden. The chunk plays that they love, and he takes it all the way down to the 10. Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left. And the Canes didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. He wants it all. And that one is picked off in the end zone.
Offense would love to have that one back. Down here in this area of the field, everything has to happen faster. Decisions need to be made quicker. The ball's got to be out quicker. Routes got to be snapped off faster. They were just way too late. And as the result, the defense gets the INT.
Working that left side. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock.
Timeout, Wake Forest.
They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. Wants to throw on first down. Here's a throw downfield late. And that one's too high and too wide, out of bounds and incomplete. One more play to pad the stats. Second down, they'll go to the air. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. And he is brought to the ground, and that's how we'll wrap this one up.